I watched Barack Obama's gun control proposal talk, and I found it was nothing but political theater. The first thing, well, he said he was planning on doing four things. The first was to expand background checks. However, if you look at 18 U.S.C. 923 sub C, the Congress has put in what was called the gun show loophole, and I will now break away and put that on the screen. The next thing he said would be to enforce the laws. Under the Obama administration, gun possession prosecutions have gone down. I will now show you the reasons why you can be disqualified for having a firearm under 18 U.S.C. 922, and also it's a crime to transfer firearms to someone who is under such a disability. I will also show that statute. The third thing he said he was going to do was put $500 million into mental health treatment. Mental health treatment can be very good for some people. However, there are things in our society where you can put in large amounts of money and not have anything to show for it. This is the DSM-4. This is all the different types of mental illnesses a person can have. What putting $500 million towards solving mental illness will have to do, I don't know. Then he talked about a science fiction thing about having more gun safety. Something about maybe having it so your gun won't work if your fingerprint isn't right. But that's science fiction, and it's totally unworkable. Then I think you have to really look at the numbers about deaths by firearm. There are approximately 19,000 suicides per year. There gets to be very little media attention poised towards that. Then there are about 8,500 homicides per year. That breaks down to about 7,650 that are not done by people who are not mentally ill, and about 850 who are mentally ill. None of these statistics are very precise. I got the breakdown from the Mental Illness Policy Organization, where they estimated that about 10% of the gun homicides were related to mental illness. Then about 500 deaths per year are accidental. And then way down on the bottom of the list, 371 mass shootings occurred, or 371 people were killed by mass shootings in 2015. I got that statistic from the Gun Violence Archives, where they listed everybody who was killed by a mass shooting being defined where 4 or more people got hit. So if you look at his 4 proposals, well, the first one won't fly because executive orders cannot overrule statutes. Then with regards to enforcement, they haven't been doing it in the past, and it's likely they aren't going to do it in the future. Mental health, at most, would reduce the number of people killed by guns by 850. That's not including the suicides. And gun safety, they were not specific as to what it was, so at most it could reduce 500. So out of about 27,500 deaths, their proposals at best would eliminate 850 plus 500 is about 1350. So that even if their things worked as proposed, it would have minimal impact, and they are just doing political theater.